Hi, everybody. It's Linda.
Hey.
And I got me some Danny here.
Yay.
Bathrobe Tarot. That's his YouTube channel. And he's a light worker. He's part of this whole new beginning, amongst others. One psychic reader said that the reason she started it was one day I made I don't know if you remember this. I said, hey, listen, you guys, I know there's more of you guys out there. Get on board and help us through this thing.
Yeah.
You remember that at all?
I do. Yeah.
So,
and I don't know if I was on the channel, if I was on YouTube yet. And I don't know if I was on board as me being a light worker. I kind of thought I was, but I'm finding out that it's just a continuous journey as I keep learning more and more about what we're supposed to be doing as light workers. And it's kind of like what Sterling was saying, that, you know, everybody can do this.
Yeah.
You know, I was talking to my guides when I was 6 years old.
Whoa.
And then, you know, organized religion came in and said, you can't do that. And so I shut it down, and then I brought it back again. So I think we're all light workers, and we get to, we just have to open up to it, take the time to be quiet, which COVID gave us a lot of time to be quiet, and then keep going.
Oh, COVID said, shut up and sit down.
Yeah, didn't it?
So, but I've watched your show, and who you are energetically is pretty strong. There's a shyness and a meekness that comes through you. You're definitely not in your ego, but you are definitely one of the chosen ones, so to speak.
Oh, thank you.
They just look at me and say, yeah, whatever. Can you believe I actually argued with my guides when they said, because no guides talk to me. I saw Jesus when I was 8, but I wasn't anybody that saw spirits, you know, none of that. But they said, you're going to do that YouTube video. And I'm like, what? I don't want to get up and brush my hair. But I'm glad I listened to them.
Right.
So listen, we got a lot of questions.
All right.
Mind hitting it up a little bit. Okay, Linda W said, will Putin spill the beans on what he has on Trump?
Oh my gosh.
That's a good question.
Will Putin spill the beans on what he has? You know,
what are you feeling?
I'm just feeling no, that, you know, he keeps everything, he plays everything so close to his chest that unless there's a reason for him to do it. So let me just ask.
I felt no, but I felt like a back door kind of.
Maybe, yeah.
On, and people are saying, you know, he was doing this, but I almost feel like somebody else will reveal, not Putin.
Right. So here I pulled 3 cards, and this makes sense. So you got the moon card, which is he's not really going to be coming out in the open to say it. Here's the Empress, Mother Russia, right? And then, yes, I think what you were saying, yes, there is going to be some backdoor thing. It's not going to be out. It's not going to be him, right? It's not Putin that said it.
Somebody else will.
Somebody else, yeah.
It couldn't even be our government finding information.
Oh,
here's a good one. SA said, will Kellyanne Conway ever be held accountable for her role in the Trump's White House?
What, for just lying and lying?
I don't see any kind of, she just talked in forked tongue. She just
yeah, I do. That's what I see too. Yeah, I never heard that she did anything that would be, you know, that would be accountable, except for her personal life. And it looks like, you know, things are a little crazy with her and her daughter and her husband. I don't know how you could live in that relationship when everybody's on opposite sides of reality.
The whole thing was strange.
Yeah.
But she got out of there, and she's trying to save herself.
Right.
They really aren't hiring anybody that was with, except Fox News, but they're not really hiring anyone. That
Yeah. No.
Did you
Yeah.
hear about the rally that he had in Florida that he said, well, it's 3 hours away from the tragedy. By the way, you can send money to me either at the rally or it's via my website to help these poor people. And they'll never see that money.
They'll never see that. And his new website, which is really funny, it got hit by all these porn trolls.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, or was it Getter, the QAnon website Getter? Anyway, it got hit by all sorts of porn trolls, cartoon porn trolls.
Oh my God, this is terrible.
Go figure.
Okay, he's talking, but he's losing his voice, is what I always see with him.
Yeah.
Talking and he's losing his voice. And at the end of the day, they're not woke. They're not seeing that everything he touches turns to crap.
Right.
Because of him, we lost, I will tell you this, Danny. Had we not had this COVID, I think he could have possibly won.
Yeah.
I think the COVID brought him down. And these Republicans saying, you guys don't deserve that extra $300 a week. And no, we're not raising the minimum wage. These are voters they're doing this to.
Right.
So where's the motivation for these people to vote for them?
Right. Yeah. I mean, I don't see it. I just think that they're shooting themselves in the foot at every opportunity that they open their mouth. And I go, I mean, there is no leadership in this at all. And it's just like, what's the end game for you guys? Where do you want this to go? And I don't see it.
Right. When he was talking trash about everybody and he wanted 2022 to overtake everything, he wanted to overtake Senate and the Congress.
Right.
And he was out there rallying and, thought he had that power. They said the worst mood, the writers that talk about him, they ever saw him in was after that vote. He won a seat in the Senate.
Yeah.
It was like he got wiped out in Congress.
Oh, I know.
And they said he was in a horrible mood because he really thinks his word is the word,
Yeah.
So what'll happen is he's going to create chaos in the Republican Party because he's going to act like he's going to run again.
Right.
Takes everybody else out. People will be too afraid to run against him, and we'll come through trail blazing. It's going to be wonderful.
Yeah. Yeah. And I was reading an article about DeSantis, and, he's being like considered, if Trump doesn't run, then maybe he will. And when I was reading this article, I just flashed on Trump is going to bury this guy.
Yes.
And he's going to wreck DeSantis's chances, which
and Haley person.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. He really wants you to sit and be still, but he's creating a block.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet he was furious at DeSantis for being so kind to Biden. I bet he was just furious.
Oh my
He
gosh.
expected him to say, why are you here? The real president is Donald Trump. Now, Francis wants to know, do we know when the Supreme Court's going to change?
It's, boy, I don't know. I'm waiting for Kavanaugh to get out of there because I think something's going to come up with him that he's gone. I mean,
years, it's definitely going to happen, but it's very hard to say when.
Yeah, I mean, I got like in like 2 years. That's what I heard in my head. 2 years. Okay, but it's just it's hard to pick that out. When is Manchin going to change? That's
that voting rights thing. Manchin will be a nothing burger come 2020. But when that voting thing came, people were freaked out. And I want you to know, it had nothing to do with them saying, it's okay if you vote for a Democrat, but we're going to put in who we want. That's totally unconstitutional.
Yeah.
I see the DOJ getting down on these people. And so I don't want you guys to worry about voting rights, because I definitely feel right before the 2022 election, a lot of changes have occurred. But, you know, there's a committee that's looking into the Supreme Court. And you're right. I've always seen, my guide said, I was in Oklahoma at one of the powwows, and people were writing me, Linda, is he going to get in? And they said, yes. And I said, but don't worry, because a hand is on his shoulder going to help him exit.
Yeah. Just going to pull him backwards. And that voting rights thing, I did a read on that.
Yeah.
And when I was throwing the cards, all I could see were these lines of people, huge long lines waiting to get in to vote, not leaving. They're there to vote to make sure that their voice gets heard. So
Right.
even though it looks like
they're messing with the wrong people, they're telling people, no, you get minimum wage, no, you can't have, and they want somebody to help them. And they're not going to do it without voting. And don't forget, Trump's not running.
Right.
So it's going to help us even more.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, they always say when we're the Democrats that are in charge now, and they always say, well, it always switches. But it's not going to switch this time.
No, I don't think so either. I'm not feeling that at all.
I see such a change with senators. I see us taking over the Senate big time.
Mm.
And then we can just make it happen.
Oof, yeah.
Sweetie says, why are they having so much trouble finding the bodies at Surfside?
Oh.
Well, that's easy to answer. Because everything collapsed on top of each other. Just like they never did find everybody from the World Trade Center, although
right.
Disintegrated. The bodies disintegrated.
Right. Yeah, that's such a tough energy to get into. It's, you know, it's so sad. The only thing is that, you know, things went really quick. So
very quick.
There wasn't any suffering. It was just fast, and yeah, it's hard. And there's so much rubble.
I saw a family in spirit standing there, showing where their bodies were. I think they found the two little girls.
Mm.
But yeah, in spirit, the body is the least concern for them.
Yeah.
It will help the family. Just
right.
You know.
Right.
The hard part for me is all the little doggies and stuff that died.
Yes. How'd your dogs do over 4th of July?
They were actually good. Initially, I could hear fireworks, and then it calmed down, and I was so grateful. So,
yeah.
How about? Do you have any animals?
Yeah, we have a dog, and does not do well with fireworks
We
at
had
all.
A dog, Moochie, when I was young, and my dad used to have to give her a Valium.
Yeah.
It was tough.
Yeah.
Okay. Now listen, a lot of readers, there's this one lady I liked, I was listening to her, and they're saying a big major change in July. Do you get anything in that, or a big major event happening?
You know, I do. And I'm not really clear on what it is. At one time, I got like this vision of a big like wave coming to the East Coast, and
maybe it's a good size earthquake, or of course
like
waves aren't literal, so
like a tsunami or a hurricane hitting it or something, just a lot of water coming in. But it felt like there was something bigger than that, and I'm not sure what it is. I tried to read on it, and I had it up on the screen, and my video just kept going out.
Whoa.
And I had a subscriber going, you know, every time you talk about July, your video gets screwed up. And I'm like, well, it's Mercury retrograde, you know, so I try to put a spin on it, like, you know, make it logical. But it's, yeah, I do get a hit something, and I hope I'm really wrong.
Something, and you know what I always saw? Somebody told me that I had actually seen a building collapse. Like, what? Look, I said what reminded me was the Oklahoma bombing,
Yeah,
and then this happened. So that's probably what I saw.
yeah,
But I definitely see like despondent people running. I see machine guns. So I don't know if there's going to be another something's going to happen where it's a terrorist action or
yeah,
whatever, but for entertainment purposes only, you guys. But
right.
I do feel, and I've been saying there's big time earth changes coming. Just prepare.
Oh, yeah.
And if you can, get out of Florida.
Yeah. There's also something, you know, when my video was shutting off on and off, what I felt was that whatever this is, whatever this big event is going to be, it's going to bring so many people together that we're not going to have time to be bickering about, you know,
Oh, that's excellent.
Republicans or Democrats.
You know, like the United States really came together after 9/11.
Yep.
The president and the vice president took advantage and started wars that had nothing to do with that.
Right.
But
right.
Yeah, so I just saw people just kind of in shock, but I don't know if that's July or August.
Right. You know, and for me, you know, and it's not to scare anybody, it's just for people just to be on their guard and not walk into a situation where they're just not paying attention to what's around them.
Exactly.
You know, so pay attention to what's around you and stock up on some food and water.
Yeah.
That'll help. I don't know, but at least be aware.
Kind of thinking in terms of more canned goods. And it's funny you said that. I just had my house retrofitted for earthquake.
Yeah.
So it's funny you said that, because it's like I have that thing that I just know we're getting ready to switch in some arenas here.
Yep. I'm feeling it. Yes.
So you're feeling more like a Earth Mother making a statement energy.
Well, yeah, because I have been trying to tap into it, and I'm also feeling that there could be something that's man-made, like a bomb or something that was unintentionally set off, if that makes sense. You know, it was a mistake. It shouldn't have, but it kind of blew up, and I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. But I'm just saying, just be aware if you're inside your gut, it's going, I don't know if I should be here, you should probably leave.
Did they ever come up with what happened in Tennessee where that guy in the van, his van blew up and it caused all that damage?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Never really heard anything else.
No, you're right.
Nene said she watched a CNN interview with Dr. Burke. Remember, she was in the COVID thing.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Tried to be nice to Trump. And of course, it cost her. And anyway, she just wants to know, did Trump say something to her, or did he threaten her in any way?
Did Trump say something?
Remember that Fosse wouldn't dance his tune, which infuriated her.
Right.
Did Dr. Burke just check the pulse and say, I better act like I like him, or?
Yeah, I think so. That's what I'm feeling. That's what I'm seeing right now, is that Trump has something on so many people, and he's got some kind of power. I'm not really sure what it is, but there are certain people that you just go, oh, I better not piss him off. I better not do this or that. And I think maybe that's what she was feeling. But right. As far as does he have anything on her? I'm sure he got into her face and said, you got to say this. You got to toe the line on this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. I think that he was kind of laying down the law for her, that you have to do it my way or get out.
Okay, he tried to intimidate her because she's
I
free.
think so, yeah.
Yeah, that makes total sense. So listen, Glenn wants to know what's going on with Matt Gates. We're not hearing anything.
Matt Gates.
He's so funny.
Oh my gosh. Who's that cartoon character that has the great big hair that sticks up? Anyway.
Oh, the two guys that go.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's one of them.
He's one of.
Matt Gates. Oh,
Yeah, my friend. He's
yeah.
got his come up. It's coming. He's got something to pay for. But the problem is timing. That's the hard part about even being on Twitter or anything, because everybody says, oh, wait for it. It's happening. He's getting ready to go down, and then nothing.
Nothing.
Just like we did with Trump. Oh, wait for it. He's blah, blah, blah.
Right. So I pulled 3 cards. I get the moon. So the information's out there, but it's just being a little hidden. And he is a little crazy with this. I got the 2 of Pentacles, him balancing his finances, his projects, all his underage, whatever. And that's upside down. So that I think is going to be coming to light.
Okay.
And even more and more and more. But again, it's the timing issue. But they have his best friend, supposedly, who is cooperating. So with all this legal stuff, it takes a long time. Lawyers are not speedy. They just plod through. And I think that there's a reason for plodding through is to make sure that everything kind of gets looked at. But in the meantime, it's like, come on.
Exactly.
Let's move on. Yeah.
He's definitely, I don't feel like, oh, he'll get away with this. Just like when I
No.
saw Kavanaugh getting in the Supreme Court. But
Right.
remember, I saw that something will take place.
And I think Josh Hawley's the same way. He's gonna get caught up in something.
He's been very quiet. I think he's one of the ones giving the tours at the Congress. Yep.
Right.
Okay, Jenny wants to know, when we pass, how do we recognize our loved ones?
Oh.
If we all come back as something different. Well, that takes generations to happen, but because they come through in whatever body they want, so you will know them.
Right. And you just have a connection with people.
Right.
And it's like, for some unknown reason, you're just going, wow, we just hit it off immediately. Well, that's probably one of your loved ones that's come back. Right.
Well, the other thing is what my people have said, your family is there waiting for you, and they're happy to see you, but there's so many more details as to the lives you guys had before. You don't get to do all that till you're over there, and then you go through your life review, and that's when they give you all the information, and you're like, oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Basha wants to know, are we heading towards an economic depression?
Oh, that's good. I don't feel that. I feel that the economy is gonna have its roller coasters. They're gonna have to figure out how they're paying for all this money that they're spending now for the COVID relief, for the infrastructure. But I don't think that they're just going to ignore that they are going to work on it. I think Janet Yellen, she's pretty smart. She's going to figure some of this stuff out and advise Mr. Biden how to proceed so that the economy isn't just tanking.
Well, they're definitely going to hit some of that tax relief that Trump gave the rich.
Yeah.
I don't care if they have to tap dance on it now because of the Republicans, but once 2022 comes along, we're going to get out of this big, huge, what do you call it when you owe too much money?
Debt. Yeah.
Oh my God, we are in such debt. I mean, but the good news is our recovery is going good. Like you said, I see, but nothing like even 2008.
No. And when you were saying about Trump's tax plan and reversing that, so many of the ultra rich are in favor of paying for more taxes.
Yes.
So it's like a no-brainer.
He pays less taxes than his secretary.
Yeah.
And he said it shouldn't be that way.
No.
So, okay, so Sue wants to know, will there ever be a day when Russians cannot hack us?
My sense on that is that we have more behind the scenes than Russia knows. We are doing more behind the scenes. I mean, they're not letting us know all the stuff that we're doing. Yeah, Russia's getting through a little bit, but our cybersecurity is pretty strong.
Yeah. Oh, listen, we just got hit by Russia yet again. And Boyce says, we're investigating it now. And I told them, and let me tell you, they won't announce what they're doing, but it's going to be solid.
Right.
It'll make it to where they have to keep hands off.
Yeah. Yeah. I think you're right on that. Yeah.
I wonder if that could be the event that's happening in July. Maybe we hurt them and then they do something else that kind of puts us in a lurch.
Because it could be, I mean, the wave that I saw was this energetic wave, and that could be it, just something big that, with electricity and energy and cyber warfare. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, and that's another warning too for people is check your passwords. If you have a password that says password, you may want to change it.
Oh, listen, I had a good password and someone hacked into my email and stole all my addresses.
Yeah.
All of them, took them all out. And also wrote to people asking for a $200 gift certificate from Amazon.
Yeah, I gave you one. Did you get it?
No, you didn't do that. Fortunately, the people who are in my address book are very smart people. And I got hit with hundreds of emails. Linda, I just got this. I'm like, yeah, ignore.
Right.
But that two system thing, that's the way to do it. Like my son really likes Gmail because they're very good about not allowing people in if you're from a different computer or anything.
Right.
And so I got a Gmail account, but I also, I recovered the account they stole. But what I did this time is I put two. So if you're coming from someplace else, you can't just log in. You have to know the other email address.
Right. That's good. Yeah. Or you get a text.
So Lynn has a very good question. She wants to know, is Alex Navalny still alive?
Alex Navalny.
Yeah, throw 3 cards on that. Let's see what it says.
Yeah, Alex Navalny. Still alive. Yeah, I think he is. There's justice. There's the Knight of Swords bringing out truth. So there's a lot of truth coming out with Alex, and then he's followed by the Star of Hope.
Well, he is chosen.
Yeah,
he is chosen.
And when I was throwing the cards, I don't think he's like doing really well. But they're doing enough to keep him going. And I think that if he does die in prison, that there's going to be so many nations, us
Oh yeah,
included.
Biden's already told Putin, you better not kill him.
Right. And this is where that balance comes in with Russia. Well, let's just barely keep him going. But yeah, he's got the Star of Hope.
And that's fantastic. So he is a chosen one.
Yeah.
So listen, Reinhold said something interesting. I love this statement. It's interesting because I tried to look at that. Are Trumpsters all reincarnated Confederates?
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I actually see more Confederates that came back as slaves, or came back as black men trying to make it in this world.
Yeah.
That's the switching.
Yeah. I'm not getting any kind of hits on that. That's really funny. That's a great question to dig into. Are the
Right.
Trumps? Yeah, really Confederates. In another life.
You know, there was some slaveholders that I've read, famous slaveholders, who actually had to take on a life as either a slave or somebody, but they had to struggle.
Right.
To understand it. What does it say, my friend?
Wow. It's, well, I got the 3 of Wands. Okay. And this to me are the Trumpsters really Confederates? 3 of Wands. I got the 5 of Pentacles being left out in the cold. And then the heavy burden of the 10 of Wands. I'm not getting a sense that they are, but some of them are, but not all of them. It's just not, I think some are choosing, this to me is a choosing card. Which way do I go? I'm not getting a real big, clear hit on that. So,
right. You know, when he came out there and spewed hate, and we thought, oh yeah, he's done. That was terrible. And people loved it. Right. They were sucking it up. They loved the fact that he was, for white America. Yeah. It's not just Trump who did this. The verbiage that he let out created this energy of almost delusional. Yeah. There was somebody that posted a picture. They were in Walmart, of course, and they had a flag wrapped around their neck that said F Biden. Yeah. It's just so ugly. Why do you have to be that ugly? I know, right? Yeah. And it's, and I think what Trump did was just rip the Band-Aid off of the what we have going on here. And as painful as it is right now, it is a good thing because we get to see that negative energy and we get to change it. Right. We get to put in now our positive energy on top of that, and our positive energy, the positive energy is always going to win over the lower energies and the negative. Now, and the other thing is, he lied every step of the way. He's not an evangel. He's not Christian at all. No. He also, does not respect women. He is a bully. And he said, I will give you a health care. I'm still waiting on that health care, by the way. Oh, yeah. Better than Obama. And it never happened. Right. But the good thing is, and one thing that he did say that was truthful, is that he knows more about the complex tax laws than anybody. So he may be in a little bit of trouble just now. Yeah, because he knows how to cheat. He knows how to cheat. Yeah. That's going to turn around and bite him so hard. And this will be the last question. Kat wants to Will any bad actors be convicted of treason or the legal equivalency in the upcoming trials? Treason.
Well,
I
we'll
don't
say
think
that
they actually
again.
have a thing for treason. I think she's talking about the people from the Capitol.
Oh.
Will anybody be convicted of treason? But I don't think was treason. Now listen, and Lincoln's day, if you'd have done that, they would have all been persecuted.
Yeah.
Including the ones in Congress that were trying to vote that saying Biden wasn't the real president.
Right.
So
Right.
I don't know if treason's on there, but I do see people getting hit pretty hard.
Yeah, I do too. I do. And I'm just going to throw 3 cards on it, but
There you go.
yeah, they're going to. I'm feeling that they're going to be found out, and whether it's treason or something else, but they're going to be exposed for what they did, and probably the Trumpers aren't going to believe it. They're going to think, what they think, and say, well, it's fake news. It's a witch hunt. But like McCarthy and Haley, Hawley, right? I mean, I think that they were in.
The guy who started QAnon, did you see that he's just going to jail now? For human trafficking and being with people under the age of 18 and all this stuff they accuse the Democrats with, they're doing. That's what Trump did.
Oh, of course.
He's like saying things that he's doing.
Yeah. And it's like, it's so clear. It's so clear.
Right.
So to answer that question, I love these cards that I got.
Okay.
Are people going to be found out? And we were debating on the word treason or not. So I kind of threw that out, but are they going to be, have some kind of justice? So I have the Hierophant. Uh-oh. Next card, death.
Endings.
Right. Because they were stealing something.
Oh my God.
7
yes.
So I think that's a big capital YES. Yes.
Danny, when that January 6th, wasn't it like a bad dream? It was so unreal.
I know it. And to me, that was similar to watching 9/11. I go, is this real? Is this really happening?
Exactly. Oh my God. Yeah. Well, my friend, it was a delight being with you.
Thank you. This was awesome. Yeah.
And you'll pick a day for me to come on your show.
I will. And as soon as I get to my calendar, I'll pick it and I'll send you an email and then we'll announce it.
Okay. And I like room service and a driver, please.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Just as you did for me. But if you come on my channel, you may have to wear a bathrobe.
Okay. I told him when I saw Bathrobe Tarot, I'm like, ooh, there might be something with this. All right, my friend, you take care.
All right. Thank you, Linda. Thanks everybody for watching.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. Peace, love.